Hello PVFL Universe, this is your host John Gillespie for your weekly podcast, Commissioner's Corner. It's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon in sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. Fall has been here, the weather has been beautiful, and what better time of year is it than for football? Guys, as you've noticed this weekend, we've had a wild weekend here in the PVFL. We've had 2 games come down to Monday Night Football, and 1 game wasn't resolved until the last play of the game. So let's get right into it. I have a lot to discuss, guys. So let's go right into our game of the week. The Guzman Bowl. Pedro, the Chief, versus Orange Crush and Juan Guzman. So, in a stunning fashion, Orange Crush narrowly escapes a huge comeback from the Chief, 134 to 130.4. Going into Monday night, Pedro was down by over 50 points. Ezekiel Elliott and Fitzgerald rallied to bring him within 5, but ultimately, that last throw to Fitzgerald did not reach the end zone, so the Chief fell short. But what a game, guys. Congratulations to both of you for earning the honor of Game of the Week. Now, the winner, Orange Crush's top performer, is no one other than the resurgent Todd Gurley. 113 yards, 3 total touchdowns. I mean, guys, whoever thought Todd Gurley was washed up after last season was horribly wrong. I know I really projected a bounce back year for Gurley, but no one saw this coming. This man is the number 2 scoring running back in the league, behind only the rookie phenom himself, Kareem the Dream Hunt. But Todd Gurley, 37, that's right, 37.9 fantasy points. He also had strong outings from Aaron Rodgers, 24.8 points, and also the Tyreek the Streak Hill with 20 points. Pedro's top performer, the ageless wonder himself, Tom Brady, 35.7 fantasy points. Guys, Tom Brady's like a fine wine, just keeps getting better with age, and he's putting up ridiculous numbers. So that is your game of the week here, guys. Orange Crush, 134 over Pedro the Chief, 130.4. Look forward to see how the story plays out moving forward. So once again, Juan Guzman is number 1 in our PVFL rankings. Moving on to the next game. What's Cookin' versus the Thirsty King himself, Ethan Taylor. Guys, this was another shootout. A rather disappointing game for a showing for the Thirsty King, but just one of those weeks. Congrats to Austin for pulling out the victory. He is now 3-0. His top performer this week was Doug Baldwin, 10 catches, 105 yards, and a touchdown. And who saw that coming from that Seattle offense, huh? That was insane. Like, Seattle can throw the ball? Man. That'll do wonders for Doug Baldwin's fantasy value. And also another top performance by Carlos Hyde. 84 yards and 2 touchdowns. Really can expect a lot of volume from Carlos Hyde. He's showing up. So look forward to Carlos Hyde in weeks to come. Now for Ethan, the Thirsty King, his top performer was, as I mentioned earlier, Kareem the Dream Hunt. But also who even outperformed him was AJ Green, in tune to 10 catches, 111 yards, and a touchdown, 27.1 fantasy points. Quite impressive. AJ Green's been having a tough outing so far, but he redeemed himself in a big way with this performance. Then, of course, you got Kareem Hunt, 170 yards and a touchdown for Kareem the Dream Hunt. Guys, that is 3 straight weeks with Kareem Hunt having a 50-yard or longer, 50-plus yard touchdown run. That's an NFL record. So Kareem the Dream Hunt is the real deal. So again, final score. What's Cookin', 126.8. Thirsty King, 101. Congrats, Austin, on being 3-0 and number 1 in the AFC. Moving on. I Love TB versus Secret Squirrel. This was the other game that came down to Monday Night Football. and man, did it impress. Congrats to Peter Serpa for pulling out the victory. His top performer was that bad boy himself, Captain Kirk Cousins, in tune to 365 yards, 3 touchdowns. He pumped out 26.8 fantasy points. You like that? I know I do. Congrats, Peter, on that. He also was assisted by Devontae Parker. That was garbage time, but hey, you take your points any way you can. Congrats on that, Peter. Anna, Secret Squirrel, your top performer, nonetheless, no surprise, Jordy Nelson. That's a bad white boy right there. You know, he's from Kentucky. He runs like a redneck, but you know he gets the job done. 6 catches, 52 yards, and 2 touchdowns. What a beast. Also, Secret Squirrel's other performer was Michael Thomas, 7 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. As you can see, everyone has an up and down week. It's a tough little stretch here for you, Anna, but hang in there. You have talent. Lean on your roster. Don't make any major changes. You will have better weeks to come. Peter, you, my friend, are grinding out victories. You either get blown out or you narrowly win. As you know, Des Bryant barely pulled you out the victory in that touchdown, which was ridiculous. What an effort by him. It was a really controversial call. I don't think the ball crossed the end zone, but obviously my opinion does not matter. The refs called it a touchdown. Congratulations to you on the victory. Peter Serpa 2-1, Anna Gillespie 1-2. Moving on to the Toilet Bowl, Ethan Lopez, Little Lamb versus Killer Beelers, Nick Hariliak. Guess who won this game, guys? Going into this game, both of these teams were 0-2. Ethan Lopez, congrats on your first win. You came out, scored the highest total of the week, 145.9 points. Man, your team showed up in a major way this week. Your top performer, Russell Wilson, 373 yards and 4 touchdowns, in tune to 33.5 points. You also had a big showing from T.Y. Hilton, 7 catches, 153 yards and a touchdown, in tune to 28.3 fantasy points. Also had a massive showing from Odell Beckham, OBJ. He is back and he is legit. 9 catches, 80 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And also a huge showing from Dalvin Cook. 97 yards, a touchdown, and a plethora of receptions. You know you're having an amazing week when your tight end, your defense, and a running back combined score you 6.1 points and you still win by 50? Wow, what a showing for you, Ethan. Congratulations. I told you to hang in there. You get a win. Congrats to that. Now, for Nick and the Killer Beelers, he had a fantastic showing from Brandon Cooks. 5 catches, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns, with that ridiculous catch at the end to win the game for the Patriots. And that was a touchdown. Also, Brandon Cooks finally broke out. We were waiting for this. We knew it was inevitable, but sadly, Nick, the rest of your team did not show up. Alright guys, moving on to the final game of the week. Belichick yourself versus Ivan and the Silent Ones. Let's see who won this game. For you, Ivan, much love for you, bro, but your silent march continues. Belichick yourself comes out victorious, 123.4 over versus 83.9 for Ivan. Belichick's top performers were Le'Veon Bell and Gronkowski. Le'Veon has 61 rushing yards, a touchdown, and a plethora of catches, in tune to 21.8 fantasy points. And the man, the machine, the legend, Gronk, 8 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown. Guys, Gronk is legit. He is back on track. Look for him to make more noise this year. He is a beast. And Ivan, your top performer was Drew Brees, 220 yards, 3 touchdowns, in tune to 20.8 fantasy points. So that improves Belichick's record to 2-1, Ivan 0-3. Let's go through these records real quick, guys. The Chief 1-2, Orange Crush 3-0. You have What's Cooking 3-0, Thirsty King 2-1. You have I Love TB 2-1, Secret Squirrel 1-2. You have Little Lamb 1-2, and Killer Beelers 0-3. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this edition of the Week 3 recap in your weekly podcast, Commissioner's Corner. I'm gonna give a shout out to our producer Pete Serba for making all of this possible. Also, give a shout out to our sponsor RotoTrade. You guys know where to go. Anything you need for fantasy football, you can hit up RotoTrade. That wraps it up for today, fellas. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Look forward to our Week 4 kickoff on Thursday. Green Bay versus Chicago. Go Packers and Kaepernick.